few of the feedback that I remember are about talking about benefits of various postures. um, though I'm not talking about benefits for each of the postures. Um, I try to cover the benefits of a certain class of postures. For example, back bends being energizing postures. We will have few back bending postures today. While I say that these are energizing postures, I'm also don't want to be overdoing just one type of things in a typical session. Remember, the goal of each of the sessions is to reach for a more sattvic state. And the very simple thing, the way that I understand it is, sattvic state is just the right attitude, just the right energy levels, just the way it should be in a balanced state, calm but energized to meet the world and the events as they happen. And so that is what we are trying to reach for in each of these sessions. Even though I might say forward bending postures are more, let's say, more calming, or backward bending postures are more energizing. At the end of the session, though, we would like to reach state than we started. Right? At least that's the goal. So this is one of the feedback, or I'm just trying to recollect the feedback from when we asked for it some time back. Does anyone else remember anything in particular from the series of feedback that we got? Are we getting those addressed or not?
Jay, one feedback was from my side.
Yes.
That we should ask all the participants that
Yes.
what are the problems, challenges they are facing in their life, physically, mentally, maybe.
Okay.
And
yes.
Then over a period of time, we should assess whether there is any improvement, or maybe based on the problems or challenges they are facing, you can recommend certain exercises which must be done every day, which will, I think, help them.
Right. It is just that I'm a little bit hesitating to ask such questions that might be considered as personal. And to the extent that you are willing to share, maybe others also might have a similar challenge. And to the extent that we can incorporate practices that might help such situations, I would be happy to do, except that, as I said, if you want to let me know on a one-on-one basis, maybe I can remember that and incorporate that, rather than having a more or a conversation that could be of a personal nature in an open forum. Does that make sense, Sanjay?
Yes.
So if any of you have challenges, either in postures or even otherwise life situations, and if you are comfortable sharing that with me on a one-on-one basis, please do drop a note or email, Teams, WhatsApp. I'm available on all. And to the extent that I understand the situation and understand a possible solution approach, I will incorporate that, and that will benefit others who might have a similar challenge as well. Anybody else remembering any other feedback?
Anything if you can recommend for deep sleep? So usually when we work late
Uh,
night,
yes,
so
Amit.
kindly recommend some
Very
exercise
good.
for deep sleep.
Very good. Very good, Amit. Very good question, Amit. Let's spend some time on this. This is a broad problem for a lot of us. Um, See, I have calls going 11:30, and I'm sure some of you might even be working beyond that. And so I completely understand, and I am with you with not being able to go to sleep and not get work or get away from work or get enough distance from work for us to go to sleep. I understand the problem. For those of you who don't have calls, meetings, at least a half hour no screen time before sleep. um, Shutting off all screens. YouTube is also a screen. Watching something on YouTube. I'm not doing work, but I'm watching something on YouTube or Netflix on TV. TV is also a screen. So, see, we kind of lost track of what we would consider a screen time. TV, tablets, phones, at least half hour. Keep a book. At least this I try to do. I keep a book by the side uh, and switch to something that is not a screen before you sleep. Read something or listen to something. You can listen to your favorite music, soothing music. So half hour before you go to sleep, there has to be an intentional lifestyle change half hour before your bedtime. Have food much by the time you go to sleep. You should have completely digested your food,
Okay.
or if not, it's very close to. So I would say several hours before you sleep. Amit, I don't know if all of this is practical for you, but this is what I would suggest. Have food early, no screen time, switch to something that is soothing, like music or a book even. I sometimes listen to a book or a podcast, something that is completely out of the normal work technical activities. So switching to that would help. Something that you enjoy, something that calms you down. Definitely not looking at a screen. So these things will help. During the day, asana practice, badminton, if you are into badminton, tennis, some physical activity, including asana practice, is must.
Okay.
I don't know how we are going to incorporate it. I need to know more, but um, some of the body system works with movements. For example, I recently read that there is a lymphatic system in our body, right? See, there is a blood circulatory system and a lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is the one that gets rid of the wastes from the cells. The killed or the died cells also get eliminated through the lymphatic system. So, and it's throughout the entire body, but it doesn't have a pump.
Okay.
At least blood circulation, we have a pump called heart, but lymphatic system, which is very much needed to take the wastes out of our own body, does not have a pump. And you have to move. You have to move, and that is how it pumps itself. Your movements are the way that the lymphatic system moves waste away, for example. So physical movements are a must. Yoga asana practice, like how we do in this session. Whether you even if you don't do asana practice every day, there has to be some activity. I'm not insisting that it is yoga practice. It can be a game, can be a brisk walk, and a walk with your friend or a spouse would be best. Talking about interesting and fun things together and walking would be not only increasing the family time, but also would be good physical exercise that is really required in our lifestyle. We don't move much at all. So these are the things that I can immediately suggest, Amit.
For
Something to switch off from work, something to calm yourself before sleep, and not having a lot of food in your stomach that comes in the way of a good sleep, and a good amount of physical activity throughout the day. All of this, if you can incorporate, um, I'm sure you will see a difference.
kindly suggest on deep breathing exercises in case of hypertension. Means,
Don't need to deep breathe. In fact, some of the if you are getting into forced breathing exercise, that itself might be counterproductive. What I would say is simply sit somewhere and allow the breath, which we will do as of now, and just observe the breath. And that itself can be a really calming experience. Don't force anything, sit comfortably, with the spine as comfortably straight. So I keep insisting on a comfortably straight posture. In fact, that is how, and then relaxed, the rest of the body relaxing. That is where you can breathe effortlessly. And so, without forcing anything, sitting comfortably straight and allowing the breath and observing the breath can be a very calming thing that you can attempt before trying to go to sleep. I am not suggesting any particular pranayama and such, because if you don't do it well, that might actually increase the, how should we say, energetic state and might interfere.
all right. Thank you so much, Jay.
Sure. Thanks, Amit, for asking that question. It's an important question and something that we all need anyway. And so thanks for asking. Let us get into a regular session, but if I forgot, or maybe I will go back to the feedback, and maybe next session we will talk a bit more about the feedback from that we collected earlier. And let us begin today. Muting your side if you're not having anything to ask or share. And then finding a nice, comfortable seated posture. With an intention to breathe, or allowing yourself to become an appropriate vessel for breathing. And the necessary conditions are very simple: sitting comfortably straight, and everything else relaxing. That's it. Eyes softly closed. Sitting straight with or comfortably straight is a problem if your spine is or if you're slouching, or even if you're trying to sit straighter, and that's too awkward, you can sit on a cushion with the seat bones a bit higher than the knees. Would make it less effort to keep the spine comfortably straighter. Once you found a comfortable posture to sit, you're becoming a witness to the breath that comes and goes. Scan the body to find the part of the body that responds to inhalations and exhalations the most. Where do you feel your breath the most? There is no right answer. And it doesn't have to be even one answer. It's an attitude not to search for one right answer. Accepting whatever answer you get. That's a great starting point for today. Three deeper breaths. After that, go back to normal breaths. Each breath is a special, happens only once. And there is a whole life in one breath. You can even imagine, since not being able to inhale is the end of life, being able to inhale, you're born. Again. And again. Palms to the heart center, Namaskar mantra. Tilt your head forward gently. Open your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, elbows closing down, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching the throat just a bit. Exhaling down, stretching the back of the neck just a bit. One last round. Inhale. Exhaling down. Release. Let's take a resolution to pay attention to our own body, breath, and mind for the rest of the session. Come up to standing. Front of the mat, Tadasana, feet close together. Shoulders relaxed. Are you on your toes? Is the weight of your body pushing toward the toes? Or is the weight of the body on your heels? Or is it more to the right foot? Or is it more to the left foot? Again, accepting whatever you experience as it is. Namaskar Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara. Allow the breath to lead the movements. Begin. Even if you take 2-3 breaths in between the postures, as you transition, always make sure that you inhale or exhale appropriately. It's not about getting done with it. It's about the awareness of this breath, this posture, and paying attention to that experience. And if your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the practice. After completing, separate your feet comfortably apart. Standing relaxed, eyes open, your soft gaze forward and down, so you don't have any problem standing with balance. You should be able to relax completely. And observe the energy shifts, flows. Feel the warmth of the body. Changes to the pattern of breathing. Slowing down of breath. Feel the slowing down of the heart rate. Observing whatever the inner experience. There is very few things that I ask for: your full diligence in the practice and your awareness of your own inner experience. Nothing else matters. Let everything else wait. 3 deep breaths. Lie down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Side to side. Massaging the muscles around your spine. Settling back down. Release the legs. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Bend your knees. Allow the heels to be closer to the seat bones. Inhaling, hips up. Exhaling down. 9 more rounds. With awareness, it's not about getting done. And observing the inner experience as you practice. As you go into later counts, inhale more fully and raise the chest just a bit more. After completing, release the legs. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bend your knees. Setu, bandha, sarvangasana practice. Heels as close. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Inhaling, hips up and hold the posture. Those who can allow the arms to slide underneath your back, bringing the shoulder blades together. raising the chest as much as you can. Perhaps your chest bone coming and meeting with your chin. Tighten your glutes and raise the hips further up with the next inhalation. Those who can, interlace fingers, palms pressing against each other. Arms on the mat. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the posture. Release the legs. Take a deep breath, exhale. A variation on setu bandha. Bend your knees, feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Inhaling hips up. Now shift your weight onto your right foot. Extend your left leg toward the back wall. Take the left foot off the mat. 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Release the hips down. Take a deep breath, exhale. Those who have trouble with this, you can simply lift your hips up. That's okay. This is just a variation. Inhaling hips up. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Take the right foot off the mat. Extend your right leg toward the back wall. 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Exhaling, hips down. Release the legs. Take a deep breath, exhale. One more variation. Again, those who are not able to shift your weight onto your one foot and release the other leg can simply do the first bandha sarvangasana classic posture. Bend your knees. Heels close to the seat bones. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Inhaling hips up. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Take your left foot off the mat and extend your left leg toward the ceiling. And hips further up. 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Hips down. Take a deep breath, exhale. Hips up, inhaling. Shifting your weight onto your left foot. Take your right foot off the mat. Right leg going up toward the ceiling and lifting the hips up. 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Exhaling, release the hips, release the legs. Roll on to your stomach. Makarasana. Stack your hands and cheek on stacked hands. Separate your legs comfortably apart. Toes can be pointing away from each other. Observe the breath. More perhaps on your back. whether we pause between the postures or we are actively engaged in a posture or we are relaxing. Remember the resolution to pay attention to the inner experience. Bhujangasana practice. So bring the legs together, toes pointing to the back wall, big toes touching each other, palms by the side of the chest, chin down on the ground, elbows closed. In fact, take the arms, extend the arms toward the back wall, palms facing up. Inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin down on the ground. Take a deep breath, exhale. Interlacing fingers on your back. Those who are able to, palms pressing. Forehead on the mat, extending your elbows as much without any aggression. No aggression, please. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not trying to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to prove anything. You're already alive, and that's enough. Inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up. Raising the chest as much as you can. Your hands are going toward the heels. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, release. Makarasana. There is nothing to prove. We are already alive. All we are trying to do is to reduce some imbalances that come from perhaps from our lifestyle or the patterns of thinking that we have that introduces imbalance, and that imbalance comes in the way of life. And we are trying to see if we can let go of those imbalances. We are not trying to prove. We are trying to get out of our own life, so it thrives as naturally and as inherently capable it is to thrive. Modification of bhujangasana practice. Bring your legs together, toes pointing to the back, palms by the side of your face, elbows down on the mat. Legs together, chin down on the mat, palms by the side of the face. Keep the palms and elbows in one line. Elbows close to the body. Elbows down on the mat. Inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up. Keep the palms and elbows on the mat. Now, without any aggression, pressing the palms and straightening the elbows, keeping as much distance between your ears and shoulders as you can. You're looking to the front, chest is facing the front. Even if you're not able to extend your elbows fully, create as much gap between your ears and the shoulders. The roof of the head is going up toward the ceiling. 5. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, chin down to the ground. Keep the palm position the same. Elbows on the mat, palm on the mat. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now we are going to go a bit deeper. We are going to not only extend the elbow, we are going to bend the knees as well. Those who are not able to go deeper, you can simply practice what we just did earlier. Take another deep breath, exhale. Bring the legs hip width apart. Bring the legs hip width apart. Inhaling, chin up, head up, palms pressing to the mat, elbows on the mat. Get the gap between your ears and shoulders as much as you can. And once you're there, start pressing the palms down and extending the elbows only to the extent that you can maintain the gap between your ears and shoulders. There is no slouch at the shoulders toward the ears at all. Now, those who can, bend the knees. Bring the heels closer to the head as you take the head closer to the heels. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, release the posture, Makarasana. Not only do you not have anything to prove for others, you don't need to prove anything to yourself either in yoga. In fact, if you feel like you need to prove something to yourself, that becomes an object for your observation. I'm thinking from the point of trying to become more complete than I already am. No aggression. If the whole point is to observe whatever the experience, you just are diligently following the instructions, that is all. Not looking for a particular experience, not looking for a particular result. Vajrasana. Shashankasana. Separate the knees, bending forward from the hips. You can separate the knees as comfortably wide as you need to. Whether we pause or we're active, whether we relax, observing the inner experience is the practice. Coming back to Vajrasana. Place the palms behind you, fingers pointing toward the knees, palms shoulder width apart. You're looking to the front, keep looking to the front. Inhaling, hips up. As much as you can. Glutes tightened, hips up. Next inhalation, chest comes up. And you're looking at the ceiling. You can keep the chin tucked in, looking to the front or the ceiling. Those who are comfortable, drop the head and raise the chest further up. Shoulder blades gently squeezing together. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, hips down. Vajrasana. Release the legs, shake your legs. Bend your knees. Feet hip width apart. Place the palms behind you, fingers pointing toward your feet. Your feet are not too far away from your seat bones, nor are they too close. Inhaling, hips up. Keep your chin closer to the chest as you look up. Next inhalation, raise your chest higher, tighten your glutes, lifting your hips further up. Those who are comfortable, drop your head. Others, keep your chin tucked in and look up at the ceiling. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the hips down. Release the legs. Relax. Sukhasana. Raise your arms up, palms facing the front. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward all the way down. Head down. Watch your breath. Relax the shoulders. Your elbows can bend, not a problem. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release arms. Lie down on your back. Hug the knees, rock back and forth. Settle back down, knees close to the chest. For jatara parivartana practice, stretching your arms to the side, shoulder height. Palms facing down. Next exhalation, knees getting closer to the chest, and take both the knees to your right elbow. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Right palm on the left knee, look over your left shoulder. Once you reach the final posture, it's a twisting posture. Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. Next exhalation, knees coming close to the chest and going toward the left elbow. And left palm on the right knee. Both shoulders on the ground. Look over your right shoulder. Once you reach the final posture, no more need to move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. Release the legs and proceed to Shavasana. You're letting go, consciously letting go, and relaxing in your complete awareness of your body, breath, and emotions. Not trying to change anything. No improvements needed. Let go. Let go of your jaws. Keep the mouth closed. Allow the eyes to settle down in the eye socket. Let the gravity do its thing. Perhaps the tongue relaxing back just a bit. No tension in the shoulders. No tension in the hip joints, trying to hold the legs in any posture. No tension at the knees or the ankles. No tension with the fingers or toes. You're letting go and observing everything in your own body, the breath that comes and goes, and the feeling tone. As these are objects in your awareness. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your hands back, catch the left wrist with the right hand and inhale. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhale and come up. Rub your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massage the closed eyes with the heated palms and gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a good evening ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.